last time I almost got him with it.
You're making me really nervous.
I am?
Yeah, you're getting too close here.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to cut my head open?
Yeah.
Imagine that. The guy cares for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Life and limb, man.
Let's try it again then. I'll get out of your way this time. All right, guys, we're off to Nashville. We're going to connect with 4 major manufacturers of different tools: Skilsaw, Eagle, Flex, and Skil. And one of the things we're going to be diving deep on is worm drive technology, because I hear a lot about it, but I've never really fully understood it. So today we're going to pull apart a worm drive saw and see what actually makes a worm drive unit tick and why it's tougher than a regular helical drive or standard drive saw. So without wasting any more time, let's get into today's video. All right, so now this one is actually new as well, right?
Yeah.
Well, so what makes this better than any other miter saw out there?
You know, like a lot of miter saws out there, this is a 12-inch dual bevel sliding miter saw, 14x4 capacity. But what makes this different than any other saw out there, and why we got the PTI award and the cover of Popular Mechanics magazine, is we put a worm drive on it. Nobody else is putting a worm drive on their miter saw. We got our big worm drive motor here attached to a shaft going to our worm drive gear over here, and gives you tons of power and torque and longevity. This tool is built to last, and you can go through a 4x like it's not even there. See the worm drive spinning here?
Okay, so this is a corded worm drive. So we actually get to see what worm drive means with this thing.
Yeah. So this is the essentially the same saw we've been making since 1924.
Okay.
And here's our cordless worm drive. This one has been deconstructed a little bit so you can see what's inside of it. And you can see from this side, from the gearbox right here forward, is almost identical to our saw, our normal 77 you're used to. You have a bronze worm and wheel in there. It's going to last forever. But then we mated it to our most powerful brushless motor, and we can plug a 48-volt battery right here. All right, so here we have a helical gear. We have another helical gear right here. We've got another helical gear right here. This is an actual worm and wheel here.
Okay, so show me the actual advantages to this thing.
So the actual advantage is your tooth engagement here is going to allow you to have a motor with a lot more torque, so you can cut a lot harder, longer, do those long rips, and you can see how much engagement I have here versus what I have on a helical gear here. Also, helical gears are going to be powder metal, and these are actually CNC cut. They're going to last a lot longer for you. This is in a worm oil bath, so you're going to be able to change that oil over time, and it's going to last, near forever for you. This is grease oiled, and when the grease wears out, the saw is essentially done.
What are we looking at, Rick?
Here we have the world's first cordless worm drive from Skillsoft. 48 volts of power. You can rip through pressure-treated anything all day long. Tons of power and the juice to get the job done every day.
When did this come out?
This came out September 2019.
And this is certified in Canada too?
Yes, all North America.
So we've actually got an impact wrench versus an impact driver. What's the fundamental differences? Because this kind of can be confusing, can it?
Okay, let me quick rundown, okay? With the impact wrench, you're going to have a higher torque range and slightly lower speed. Impact driver, slightly higher speed and maybe slightly under with the torque. Purely related to the fact that here you're driving things with a 1/4 inch hex, and here you're driving things with a 1/2 inch bull nose.
So we're driving things
This-
like this
exactly.
lag bolt
Lag
versus
bolt.
a carriage.
Exactly. So you need two different tools, you know. So you're going to have a much higher range off of this tool in torque than this tool, but then you're going to have higher RPMs from this tool. So it's a question of balancing efficiency. You just choose a tool depending on your application.
Thank you.
Make it draw more.
Patrick mind-bombed me last night. And I want everybody else to hear this. So with brushless technology,
Yes.
the motor, explain this to me, like give me the 10-second overview,
Okay.
Patrick.
So the whole thing is you need to draw as much power out of the battery as you can.
Yeah.
When your tool demands power, you can't just have the motor bogged down under any circumstances. So the battery is going to be able to provide the power. So
Okay.
you can must be able to draw power out of the battery, and you're going to have a motor that can react to the right spot. With this particular tool, what we've done is you can start it, and you can set the speed. It's only when you engage it. It's only when you engage it, actually,
Amps up.
it amps up. Exactly. You can only do that with brushless technology. The motor responds to the demand you're putting on.
All right, guys, we're looking at a drywall sander by Flex. Now, this one actually has, you guys got 3 units, right?
3 units.
And this one has interchangeable heads, so you can do corners with that one. And then this is this like an orbital sander?
Rotation with for edges.
Wait a minute, so that one's got edges built onto that head. And this,
And also the random orbital head for Q4 and Q5 blaster.
so now this one has got with this straight line back edge, just lets you get right up to the edge and kind of run it.
Right.
Okay, and then Flex also has dedicated head units, right?
Right. G5 with the edge head and with the round head, but only a rotation.
Oh, and this one does all 3 of them. So that's what makes this tool kind of unique and interesting. And so if you guys do sheetrocking, it's by Flex. And it came out, when did it come out?
January.
January. Perfect. Thanks, Stefan. Appreciate it, buddy. I love the way he says January. I've been giving you a lot of crap off camera about the way he's, but it's kind of cool. I love meeting new people, man. Thanks, Stefan. Appreciate it, buddy. What were we cutting through?
Just went through 6x pressure treated. Goes through it like butter.
And that's the Sasquatch by
This
Skilsaw?
is the Skilsaw Sasquatch. It's 16 5/16 inch worm drive.
All right, this one just came out. Rick, tell me about this bad boy.
So this is the 16-inch carpentry chainsaw from Skilsaw. You get 14¼ inches depth of cut on our worm drive motor platform, which allows you to gang cut through just about anything. But what's really cool is doing your TJIs, your eye joists on the job site. Save yourself a ton of man hours getting to your final dimension for your floor system.
So really, you guys designed it for gang cutting and thicker timbers and things like that?
Yeah, so any beam work and gang cutting, this thing is a dream to work with.
And you have a dedicated oil reserve.
You pull the trigger to cut, and you are dropping oil on the chain. You're going to make your chain last a lot longer. You have tubeless chain tensioning as well here, so you can keep the chain nice and taut. And we have a full house chain, twice the cutters as a normal chainsaw chain, so that you get a much finer cut than a standard chainsaw would.
And this is a worm drive.
This is your big worm drive here. This is the biggest worm drive motor we make, actually.
Perfect, by Skilsaw. Guys, we're looking at 2 new levels by Skil, and they have both the digital readout and a bubble readout as well. But what else do these things, what else is new about these?
Okay, here we go. So turn it on for power. Immediately gives you a readout in degrees. If you want, you can get a readout in the percentage as a gradient or inches per foot. You can see it varies. Here we go, 13. So it's pretty accurate to half a degree.
And this has a magnetic base, right?
Has a magnetic base. You can see it right there. It's an extruded piece of aluminum. So it's one solid piece of aluminum. It's very accurate.
And you get a readout on both sides as well for inches or metric.
Let's say you wanted to use the other side. It writes itself to the right reading.
Oh wow,
There you go.
that's pretty cool.
Yep.
And this is new by Skil this last year, right?
Exactly. Yep.
All right, guys, we've got some exciting stuff coming down the pipeline. I'm actually going to be heading to Naperville, Illinois, and we are going to be diving deep in battery technology. In the beginning of this video, you saw me dunking an Eagle battery underwater, putting it in my blower and running it. Well, not all batteries are created equal. Not by any means. I've learned this over the last 2-3 years of doing research on these things and trying to understand what makes battery tick, because I firmly believe battery technology is here to stay, and it's only going to be getting bigger and better. But you're going to see a ton of people offering batteries, and I'm thinking half of them shouldn't be. So there's one really good battery school of technology that's out there that I know for sure works well, and that's Eagle. And we're going to be going there and literally tearing apart their batteries to see what kind of technology they put into those things and what makes them tick. Because nerdy crap like that, I love. So I don't know if you guys love it. You guys tell me in the comments down below, because I'm honestly excited. I'm going to be driving like 9 hours just to go to this lab to pull apart all of the different batteries to see what's in them. So tell me, is it going to be worth it to do it? I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care. I'm doing it. It's going to be cool. It's going to be so cool. Anyway, I'm pumped. Dude, that is going to be an awesome video. So that's all I got for you guys today. God bless you guys. Go get them. And I will see you guys on the next one. And you're going to have to wait till January for the battery video, and hopefully it won't be snowing. I'm supposed to do it January, the middle of January, and so the video will probably be out in February. So sorry about the delay, but that's what it is. And hey, while you're here though, I'm gonna have a lot of other cool videos like this one here and that one there. And that's all I got for you today. God bless you guys, and go get them. We'll see you on the next one.